Welcome to Tech Talk, episode 01, How to Get Online with Gmail. Okay, and again, thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Just like everybody else, I'm going to tell you to please subscribe and share it with your friends. Okay, today we're going to talk about how to get onto Google and why you need to do that. Now, it's almost 2020 as I record the video, and yet here in the Tech Savvy USA, over 30% of us do not even have an email address. This is sad, and you need to get on the email bandwagon. I can't believe I'm saying this in 2020. Email's free, by the way. Especially Google email is absolutely free. Stays with you on whatever device, whatever computer you might have. It's very secure. It's the one to get. Now, you can get a lot of different free email accounts. They're out there. But Gmail is the only one you should get. And here are some of the reasons why. First of all, it's a very easy to use program, so let's keep that in mind. There is Google Docs, which is like making a Word document. Very simple, also free. You may need to send a resume one day. We're going to talk about that in an upcoming video, perhaps the next video. So you need to keep that in mind. It's all one system. They have Google Calendar. It really does help you get organized. YouTube, of course, which is what you're watching right now. If you have YouTube, you can get an account. It'll be a lot easier to get the things that you want to see in YouTube. And also to get onto any Android phone or tablet. So you don't need to spend $700 or $1,000 on a brand new iPhone when you can spend maybe even $100 to get onto any kind of smartphone, any kind of Android smartphone. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the best one in the world, but you'll be able to get your email, your calendar, and however many apps the Google system has, which is basically millions. Alright, so let me show you how to get onto a Google account. It's very fast, it's easy, and I'm going to show you in the next couple minutes. Now, you could conceivably start a Google account on a tablet or on a phone, obviously an Android, but it's so much more easy to do it on your laptop or on a desktop. And if you don't have a laptop or a desktop, go to a friend's house, go to the public library. There is plenty of cyber cafes you can get on for just a couple dollars. Set it up. Once it's set up, you don't have to do anything else. It's automatic, and then you can use it on your Google phone or back in the library or wherever you happen to use it. First thing you want to do, of course, is pick a name. The name's got to be professional. It's got to be your name at gmail.com. It can't be club guy. It can't be baller at gmail.com. It's got to be a professional name because you're probably going to use this in the course of business, in the course of applying for a job. Nowadays, you can't just give a piece of paper anymore for a job. You have to apply online. You have to have an email account. And you need to have a professional email account or you're just going to be passed over and you'll be unemployed. So let's get started. If you just type in up here, as you see, google.com or www.google.com, this is what's going to happen. You're going to hit google.com. You're going to get this page right over here where it says Gmail, images, and sign in. Okay? Don't worry about these things. That's just because it's my computer. Alright, if you click sign in, you're going to go to your Gmail account where it says create your Gmail account and then continue on to Gmail. So all you have to do is, as you can see, there's a area for a first name, area for the last name, and your username. You can put in letters, numbers, periods, whatever you want. And this important part over here is the password. And you're going to put it in twice. That's why it says confirm. And then you'll hit next. Alright, so for the purposes, obviously I have my own Gmail and I can't create a new one. But for the purposes of this demonstration, we're going to call ourselves Homer Simpson. So let's put in Homer. And we'll put in a middle name, Doe, which is, of course, his favorite line to say, and symbols. That's me typing. And then you want to put in the username. And probably you have to put in some kind of number if your name is popular. If your name is John Doe or Mr. Smith, you're going to have to put in a couple of numbers after it. If your name is pretty rare, you may be able to just get away with your regular name. Just like I did, I have my full name, no dots or dashes or anything else. But for this purpose, we'll put 001, and that's going to be our username right here. So see how it's highlighted? Homer, Doe, Simpson, 001. And then we'll put in a password. Now look, by the way, for more advanced users, if you have your own laptop or Chromebook or iPad, sometimes the system will store your passwords in here. That's why they're blank. Good thing too. In the meantime, I'll put in my own password here. Now, notice how you see little stars? That's done for security. It's not an error. So write down the password before you put it in so you remember it. As a matter of fact, I recommend, especially for new users, writing down your username and password, carrying it around with you, and then each time you go to a new computer, laptop, phone, whatever the case may be, you're going to remember it. Let's make sure I remember this. Okay, so both of those should be the same, and you can count the little stars or dots. Let's hope I made that correct. Oops, see what happens here? See, this is when you record it live and you make mistakes. So make sure I have my capitals on. And one more time over here. And I'm looking at my piece of paper as I do that. That's why I make an error. Okay. Alright. Now, I hit next. Now, if you have a phone number, you can obviously put that in up here. If you have a recovery address, which means a different email address, you're going to put that over here, excuse me. Your phone number is optional. Even some people don't have phone numbers. So phone number is optional. Recovery email address is also optional. Then you want to put the day that you were born. So we'll put that in there. September 17th is my birthday. I hate to give out the year. And then it asks you for your gender, so you can put female, male. You'd rather not say, or custom. For this instance, we'll just put male. And then if we can see it down here, there's a next button. So again, phone number optional, recovery email address optional. You probably want to put in your phone number if you have a phone number. Most people do. Your date of birth, so they can check you if you forget your codes, forget your sign-in password, hit next, you're good to go. Alright, like everything else on the planet, you have your privacy and terms over here. Basically, that's the legalese. Everybody says, yes, I agree. There's a button down here in case you can't see it. And give our computer a few seconds. Again, I'm live recording this, so I'm not going to cut to anything. It'll take a second or two. Maybe even more. I might have to cut it, but we'll see how long it takes us. Alright, here we are. Finally, we're loading Gmail. Look at that smile. Okay, there's a couple things. Once you're in Gmail, we get a little welcome message. Simple, smart, secure. Hit the next button. You're going to choose a view. Default, comfortable, or compact. Let's go for default today. You can always play around with this. And that's how you learn new things. Hit OK. Alright, now we're in the email. Obviously, there's no emails yet. You have three things here. Primary, which is when people email you, regular individuals. Social, which if you are tied into any kind of social network, Facebook for example, that's where it should go here. and promotions, as it says right up there, deals, offer, and other marketing emails. So when you sign up with a company, McDonald's for example, you're going to see emails coming from them. Free Big Mac today. Something like that. Alright, there's also a few other things. If you can see it down here, choose a theme, learn how to use Gmail, what I'm teaching you today. Put Gmail on your mobile phone or your mobile device. It's always nice to have an image in there, a picture of yourself, and import contacts and mail. So what's going to happen is, as you get emails, they're going to show up here under your primary. You can star them if you want to save them. When you get notifications from your social networks like Facebook or Twitter, that'll be over here and you just click over it. See, we already seem to have social emails. Alright? Ads. You will get ads in here, so don't worry about it. Promotions. Here's another one from Facebook. It's telling us to sign up on Facebook. But right now, nobody's written us. Very sad. We're lonely. Alright. So now you're in there. You can give out your email to people, and they will email you. So the next question is, how do you make an email? See this button over here that says Compose. You click on that, and you get to a place that says New Message. 2 is where you put your address to. So if it's John Smith at apple.com, that's your address. Make sure that all the letters are correct, because you don't want to go to the wrong person, or you don't want it to come back as junk mail. CC and BCC. CC means carbon copy. Back in the days of typewriters, if you put one sheet of paper in there, that's all you get. But you could put 2 sheets of paper in there, and you'd have a piece of carbon. So when you type on the first page, it transfers to the second page. Nowadays, that's basic history. Nowadays, a CC means that you're emailing more than one person. So you can write to John Smith, you can write to Jane Smith. I think you get the idea. A BCC means that it's called a blind carbon copy. And that simply means you are going to carbon copy somebody, but the other people won't see it. Very simple. And then the subject. You want to put what you're writing about. So we'll put I love Apple products. And you're going to hit the tab key. See how you're over here? Hit the tab key to get into the main section. And then you can type in your message. Dear John, I love Apple products. Thank you. Oops. Put a period. Thank you. A best practice, by the way, is to always end your email with your name. And that, of course, is Homer Simpson. And your phone number, which in this case will be 555-1212. Not a real phone number, it's not a real name. And they do have something called Smart Compose. You don't need to do that just yet, but it'll help you in your grammar. When you're finally done, all you have to do is hit the send button right below here, and your email is going to go on the way. You can hit the X button over here, save and close. This will put it as a full screen if you have a big email, and this will minimize it if you just want to look at the rest of your email, which we don't have today. Let's close that. Before we end the video is almost over. However, I just want to show you the reason why you're going to sign on to Google. You have Maps, YouTube, the Play Store, Gmail, your contacts. Whenever you send out a new email, you can also make a contact with their phone number, with their name, even their picture if you really want. Your Drive, where you can store Google Documents. Your calendar, which is very important. I'll go over that in a future video, as well as Drive, as well as Gmail. You can put photos on there, shopping, and there is actually quite a bit that Google has to offer. All of it for free. And that is one of the best deals out there. It gets you into a complete ecosystem. You can go onto any Android phone. You don't need to spend, $700 or $1,000 to get onto an iPhone. Good as they are, by the way. They're great pieces of technology. But if you don't have the money for that, you can definitely get into a Google phone, an Android phone, for almost as low as $100. Not going to be the best phone, but it'll get things done. Alright, so that's the video for today. Please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And we're going to make a whole bunch of training videos on this channel, Tech Talk. So, subscribe. Look this over as much as you can. If you have any questions, please leave them for me. If you have any comments, leave them as well. And if you want to say, hey, you're great, leave that as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day.